Hey, welcome everybody to the trade recap session for July 9th, 2024. As always, my name is Advent. I'm not a financial advisor, and none of this is financial advice. So please do your research before you engage in trading. Anything in my videos or content is for educational purposes only. So since this is just private between us in the group and not like on YouTube, you guys can just come off mute whenever you want and just speak or type in the chat. It doesn't really matter. But essentially, I'll start with RTY today. I was looking at YM and RTY, but I'm a little salty because I was looking at NVIDIA today, but it gapped up. So I just completely took that off. Then I went to Tesla and um, Tesla triggered and I didn't get in because I was too busy looking at RTY. And I'll get to Tesla in a little bit, even though I don't want to, because I should have gotten into that trade, but it is what it is. Hindsight, all that other stuff. And it was my fault anyway, since I was looking at too many things, which I am not supposed to do, but I have adjusted. So pretty much the trade that I was looking at today, which was literally perfect, which I didn't get into. Let me get rid of these lines. So this is the 4-hour chart on RTY. And it did literally what I prefer RTY to do. It opened up right before it triggered short. Let's label this so we can see it on a lower time frame. And then the trigger candle or the setup candle had a 6-point stop or so. I'll probably use like a 5 to 6.5 stop just because it's on a higher time frame. But it literally opened as an inside bar for like a few seconds and then it triggered 2 down. And proceed. Mike, I'm muting you. Your mic is hot. Anyway, so it immediately opened up inside bar for the 4-hour and then immediately got obliterated down. And that was about 7.5, 7.4 points, which is futures for one contract. How much is that? 750, $350. No, $390 would have been, no, $390? 4 ticks? Doesn't sound right. Hold on. 75 ticks. Yeah. No, wait. Or maybe it's more. My math is off today. Yeah, it's $10 a tick. 75, $750? Really? No, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. My brain is imploding right now. Maybe I need to take a nap. Let's check this out real quick. Let's go to here. Oh, $5 a tick. All right, cool. I knew I wasn't tripping. I was so confused for a sec. I was probably thinking about gold. All right, so 75 ticks times $5. That makes sense. $375 was this single candle in less than 5 minutes if you took that short off RTY, which I wish I did, but I didn't. But I didn't because I was too busy looking at Tesla that I didn't even take anyway. The trade that I did take for RTY was this short right here. So anticipating the TTO or H pattern to the downside. So I went short right here when it went, this failed 2 up, went 2 down. And then when Powell started speaking, or I guess it got really volatile, the candle came back up and it stopped me out right here. So that was my first trade and my first losing trade. Where I messed up is that usually for my TTOs, I always have the trade. Let's say when I entered in here, my stop loss would have been up here above this level, but I had my stop loss like this. So it stopped me out by like 4 ticks, which is super annoying. And then it got killed all the way down to my max target, which is the completed H, which is 4.8 points, which is what's that? 250, $240 would have been that trade. But that one I lost. The second trade that I took was I had a specific level here that I was anticipating a bounce from, and I got in long on this 3 up. And then I took it from this here to, I think I took it like a little higher than that, but around here. So that was about five, like 75 to like $110, something like that. So that one was good. And then I was anticipating a W right here, like this, because we had the higher low, and then it went 2 up, which turned 3 down. So this was a stop out for my third trade. So this trade was like this, and I was aiming for the W to be completed, something like this, more or less. My first target being the center of the W right here, which in this case it failed, and then it came back down, and then it reversed and hit all those targets. But it is what it is. So that was for RTY. Then for YM, the only trade that I took today on YM, actually, no, I took 2 trades. One of them was a loss. Whoever is DGARMAR@gmail.com, I'm going to mute you because your mic is hot. If you want to talk, let me know and I'll unmute you. So for YM today, I, using fibs that Trust taught me, which I can't speak on, but I had a short sitting at, I think, 3912. Yeah, 3912. So around this area here. And then price came up and stopped me out. So that was another loss. And then the last trade that I took was a bullish tweezer model off the 4-hour time frame, which we can see with extended hours better. So right here. Generally, I would wait. This is not like the tweezer model similar to this one, which is I prefer it to look like this. But for this bottom one, I've been experimenting with when we get like a tweezer with a 3 candle, I would just draw the fib from the fib level. In this case, since it's a long version, it's going to be the bottom to the top. Always keep that in mind. So bottom to the top. And then my buy entry was the 70 fib as we have here. So it came back later on in the day, came back and filled me. So this trade looked something like this. And I always use a 30-point stop, as you guys know. It went 71 points. Nice. But I took it off at 94. So I took it off right here. So I left that trade with $170 in basically 5 minutes. Oh, no. 15 minutes that trade panned out because this candle filled me right here. And then it kind of hung out and then it reversed back up. So that was my last trade for the day. Yeah, pretty much the only trades I took today. I did end red. Those RTY trades kept me red, but the YM trade at the end of the day saved me from having saved me in having a small red day as opposed to a normal size red day, thankfully. But yeah, that's pretty much all my trades today. You guys have any questions on those? Or if not, we can jump right into your trades. And you can come off mute. You can type in the chat whatever you guys want. Mike, I think you took this 2-2 up, right? Like around 12 noon. Because I remember that's when when you called me or when I called you. I think it was this one. There's 2 and 2 up. If you're talking, I can't hear you. You're muted. This was the 2 and 2
This
up.
was the 2 and 2 up.
Yeah. What time frame are you? No, I was on the 30-minute.
30 minutes.
30-minute.
Yeah, around 12.
Yeah, so yeah, this one you got in here.
Here.
Yep,
So-
it was that
Two.
one. It I would have, stayed in. It went right back down.
Yeah, skip.
Yeah, skip route.
Whoops. You can stay muted. I was gonna go mute you. But yeah, I guess it worked out that you were having some issues when we were trying to
We were trying to.
Literally, that one.
Yeah, let's hope it doesn't happen again tomorrow. Any other trades you guys want me to look at? Is that Sandra that's blessing us with her presence? Sounds like you're driving, Kelsey. Any other trades you guys want me to look at that you took today? You can come off mute and type it in the chat, whatever you guys want.
Desi, this is Ro.
Hey, Ro, how are you?
Good. So I sent mine to you. I think what hurt me the most is just getting in late on that one on IWM.
That was, let's see, just reading the message now. It's Eastern time. Let's see. So the first trade was at 10:47 Eastern. 10:47. Let's go back to IWM. You got in based on the 4-hour?
Got in based on the 5-minute because I missed the 4-hour trigger.
Gotcha. So it looks like you got in on this candle, the 2 and 2 down.
Uh-huh.
That was a losing trade?
Yes.
Why was it a losing trade? It hit targets.
Okay, so let me think what was going, where did I get out? Can you
So
scroll
you
to the
so
time
looking
that I
at
got out?
your the time you got out somewhere around 1 p.m. around up here, like around this move over here.
Okay, so you're saying I tell you what, I got out based on the 4-hour candle. I got in on the 5-minute and I set it to take me out, or I had an alert to let me know when it got to the target. Gosh, my target was let me see. Put it in the Discord. Let's see. The target was like the next low.
So that would have
And
been
it,
like 235 cents more or less.
okay, so yes,
So
I
in
had it to stop me out there, the limit profit there, and then the take profit at the high of the candle, the trigger candle.
Gotcha. In this case, I wouldn't have I'm never gonna be entering in on a 5 minute time frame and using the 4 hour as a target because I'll use it as an additional target, sure. But in this case, you got in on a bearish TTO right here. So you got it with 2 and 2 down. Your target should have been the TTO completing, which is right here, which it hit.
Okay, so same time frame you get in, it's the same one you get out, or at least make your first target.
Yeah, because if you're getting in on the 5 minute, structure may be a little different compared to the 4 hour.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do want to look at the 4 hour, sure, you can add like, you know, 4 hour target one or, whatever it may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm on the 5 minute, at least for me, I've never done it like this where I would use the 5 minute to get in to aim for a 4 hour target because you may get something like this where it's a winning trade based on the 5 minute.
Uh-huh.
For those who don't know, her entry was here, which is where I would have entered in as well. So great job on that. My stop loss would have been probably like up here. So then my first target, if the strat candles like this, if they're a little further down, I'll probably use that as a target. But generally, I usually aim for the H to be completed. So be target 1, 5 minute, and then let's look to the left. And then we can say, all right, this is target 2, 5 minute, TP2, 5 minute. And then, so on and so forth.
Okay. So when you say that when price gaps and you have to go to the 5 minute because it may have opened with a gap,
Mhm.
and so you look for a 5 minute entry, you get out at the 5 minute as well. You don't go back to the 4 minutes since you missed that gap and went to the 5 minute.
Correct. I'm gonna still have like
Okay.
additional targets on top of the 4 hour targets
Okay. Makes sense.
because, like even today, when I missed the initial 4 hour entry, then, I would get into the TTO and take it down. In this case, today it stopped me out because I needed to raise my stop a little higher, but it is what it is. Um, this one, um, this one panned out without even coming back against us. It just triggered us in, came back a little bit, and then kept on dying down. So that one was good. And
Okay.
but yeah, what I would say that was good about this trade, you did get in when you were supposed to, so great job on that. I would have done the exact same thing. The only thing that I would have adjusted is just, your targets and taking profit based on the H on the 5 minute. In addition, while you can keep your 4 hour targets.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise, great job on that trade. Just a slight minor adjustment for future trades if we missed the initial 4 hour entry.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course. Any other trades you guys want to look at? If not, I will start the annoying process of drawing broadening formations, which everybody loves. Actually, while you guys tell me if you want to go over a trade or not, I'm just going to start drawing it now. It shouldn't take too long, at least from what I remember for RTY's chart. There aren't that many 3 candles, which is great. Yeah, the yearly only has 1. Let's see.
Are you going to be using the strat method with RTY since you're using broadening formations? Because that's a strat method.
Yeah, so for
Um,
RTY, I'm only using the strat for it. I'm not using anything else for it.
okay.
I want to collect proper strat data for futures, and RTY would be the one that would be least problematic if a trade were to go against me. Like even to like you can use the strat for futures, like I mentioned in that one class. You just have to be very picky on your trades. Like today, YM had a two up, two down reversal. You would have literally entered in here. You could have 50% of this candle as your stop or the top of this wick, whatever you wanted. And then it literally died what? That was 39729 all the way to 39554. That's what? That's almost 200 points. It's about 175 points. I would have been, you guys were not here for me for a week if I caught a 175 point move on YM with my full size. I'll be on vacation. But yeah, the strat definitely works. And you want to you look for actionable signals as well. So we had an actionable signal down here. You take that reversal up and you would literally call all of this until, and you would have stopped out if you wanted to, once it reversed against you. Or you could have caught in this inside bar hammer to the upside too. Let's see. Anything else? On the 1 hour, we had a 2-1-2 up on the 1 hour time frame that you could have taken as well, strat wise. On the 4 hour time frame, this is more for extended hours, which I don't really use a strat for when it comes to futures, but you can experiment. Whoops, RTY. No, whoops, wrong thing. YM. So, like for example, yesterday, after hours, our YM triggered a 2-1-2 up off a hammer off a 4 hour time frame. So you could have went long here, and it went up about 50 points before it kept on dying down. For me, I'll probably take profit every 30 points as I usually do. So that would have been a nice trade. Even with one contract, that's 150 bucks that you would have made. So yeah, you could definitely use a strat for futures. I just want to collect more data to give a better answer using RTY, using the 4 hour or the 5 or 15 minute looking for a TTO. And those are the only setups I'm taking on RTY. But YM, I'm trading it as I usually do with my other setups and things like that. And I think I may change my viewpoint on sending people to MES when they first start futures, because usually when people are new to options, I send them to trade IWM because it's less volatile. And, you know, it's not as hectic if it does go against you compared to, let's say, ES or NQ, things like that. So I'm gonna continue doing this method for the next month and collect more data and then see what's efficient, what's not efficient, what to avoid, things like that. I think Mike, he uses the 30-minute, the 4 hour, I think the 1 hour as well for futures when he's trading strat on ES. Yes, and he just mentioned in the chat, he uses the 15 minutes sometimes as well. Normally, I wouldn't draw broader information here because it's probably very unlikely that we would ever reach these levels down here, which is basically negative for RTY. But I still draw them just for just to keep the muscle strong. Let's see, what's the lowest low here? All right, so that low is 1638.80. 1638. This candle is the lowest. Yep, it's that one. All right, the highest candle here is this one. Monthly's next. Something like this, I don't bother with. because it's literally like a straight line up, but why not? Yeah, like even that one too, just like a straight line down, but I'll just draw it anyway. Any other 3 candles on the monthly? IWM has a triple inside month. Holy crap. I did not even notice. Interesting. Huh. Keep an eye out for that. This is going to be here. And we have another 3 candle. Let's see, that high is 232190. 202, 29, 2302. All right, so one right before it. Right here. What else we got? This one. And let's see, this low is 210230. This one is breaks the low. Wait, 2108, 2102. All right, not this one. That's 1646, 19, 16. All right, it's this candle. Then we have this. What's that? 208620, 2082. All right, that's not that one. Not this one. It's gonna be that one. Generally for RTY, I would go back about like 2 years, but since for whatever reason RTY's chart starts in 2021, I'm just gonna start from there. Oh, that makes sense. I have to fix my time frames and go back to the yearly chart. I knew something was missing. Fun times. All right, let's do that. Yeah, I was so confused. I'm like, why is only 3 years of data when RTY has been around for a long time? Whoops, it's not what I would. What's this low? 1756.40. 17. It's the one back here. Still one cap. All right, we're almost done. 3 more candles to go. All right, the weekly's done. Now I got to go back to the quarterly and change the time frame to max available. All right, cool. The quarterly is done then. All right, that makes sense. The yearly max available. Huh, I guess RTY isn't that old then. Interesting. The daily, I'm only gonna go back a month because I'm lazy. Well, I'll go back 2 months. We'll do this for RTY. So I'll just go back 3 months. Daily. Oops. Where was I? Whoever's still here, I'm glad you can appreciate the obnoxious clicking. I've got to get a quieter mouse for you guys when I'm doing this. All right, cool. My broader informations are done for RTY. Sweet. All right, that's much better. So pretty much what happened today was from yesterday, we rejected off this daily broadening information. And it reversed off of it. And then today it continued reversing off of it and triggered a continuation down. And now we have another inside bar. Hopefully tomorrow it opens up as another inside bar so I can get in exactly when I need to, because I love these inside bars. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Yeah, you'll get moments like this. You get a rejection off that level, and then you literally take the 2 down. Like even on this day, you take that 2 down, that reversal off the broadening formation, you have gotten in what, 2065? First target's 2057-ish. That's almost 8 points. That's what? Almost $400 with one contract. And then the next day, yeah, this would have been a winning trade as well, because you would have gotten on this 2 up, 2 down reversal. You would have entered in there. This candle there hit your first target at, what's that, 2066, and then 2062. That's $200 per contract that you would have made in 10 minutes. Oh no, 30 minutes. And then you could have re-entered for another short once it rejected and reversed off the broader information again up here on this 2 up, 2 down, and you would have caught 2067. That's like what, 12 points, 13 points. That's like $600 and change with one contract. So yeah, all that to say, draw your broader informations if you have not already. It only took me what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, if that, to do RTY. So no excuses. And I even give you guys the lazy route of only drawing it off 3 candles, because there's some people who draw them off 2 candles instead of just the 3s. But yeah, I don't go anything under the 4-hour. I used to a long time ago, but I stopped that because, being transparent, I'm lazy. Or I've gotten lazy with these. And I only go down to the daily because I want the strongest levels. The 4-hour is a strong level as well to draw your BFs from. But again, I'm just lazy to draw the 4-hour ones. So I only go down to the daily. Cool. Other than that, any other trades you guys want me to go over or any other questions that you may have before we wrap up?
Do you know if you can set up auto entry trades with Weeble's paper trading?
That I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've never tried it.
All right. I'll figure it out. Just wondered if you knew, like right off the bat, but if not, I will look into it. I'll continue to look into it
Let me
on
see.
Weeble's website.
I haven't used Weibo in a while for my own accounts.
Mm-hmm.
I just have it because I monitor my brother's accounts on it. But let me see. Let me pull up paper trading on it. Let's see. Oh, they let you paper trade futures now? Cool. That's nice.
Yeah, so I do IWM there, and I'll do M2K as well once I'm ready.
Definitely.
And they're paper trading.
And you could always look at M2K as trading IWM with no theta. Since
I
you
see
don't
they
know.
move the same.
Yeah, they're the exact same thing. So RTY is of course the futures of Russell 2000.
Mm-hmm.
M2K is just the micro version of RTY, and then IWM is the stock or the ETF version of the futures of RTY. So it's like RTY, M2K, IWM. So I think, let me try this for the futures, because if it is, then it'll kind of just be the same thing. M2K, paper trade. Oh, that's cool. You need $715 for one M2K contract? Holy crap, they are not playing around. So so basically what you can do if you wanted to practice with futures instead, which I'm just thinking out loud, and of course I will leave this decision up to you. Trading M2K, in my opinion, may be even more beneficial than trading options. Just because, with futures, you can just automate everything for the trade. In this case, let me double check something. Turbo Trader, what the heck is that? Oh,
I do have Tradovate. I just saw that I could do IWM and futures on Weeble.
the only thing about what's the word I'm trying to find about Webull is that when you're getting into the trade, you don't have the option to um similar like Tradebate, you can set your bracket orders. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
testing this out now because I've never done it. Let's look at the chart now to see what's going on. M2K. Let's go on the 5 minute. Let's go short with one contract. All right, let's go back to our position. Buy to close. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like paper trading for Webull, as I imagine, you can't set bracket orders. But in this case, I could just set like a stop order for my stop loss, and then I'll just have to manually move it up as it goes in my favor and stuff like that.
Okay.
Let's see. wonder if it lets me look at future stuff on the live account. That way I can see what features it has. M2K. Oh yeah, I can't even, I have to apply for futures on my brother's account to be able to even see any data on it. Well, if it's like Webull, like live, like options and regular stock, it should give you more options for like advanced orders. But granted, you don't want to be trading futures live anyway on Webull because the margin requirements are a lot higher. Where on Tradeovate is just $50 for one M2K contract.
Oh, wow. All right.
Let's see. Yeah, because the margin requirements here are 715 for one M2K contract. And then it looks like they're not as bad as Thinkorswim though, or Schwab. It's close, 818 on Schwab. So nothing too crazy. But yeah, good to know that you can paper trade futures on Webull. I did not know that. I just wish they had the advanced orders on it.
It was very recent, maybe 2 weeks ago, that
Gotcha,
they
yeah, makes
started
sense.
to offer the futures paper trading.
Cool. But yeah, um, nothing that I know about how to automate it. At least probably for paper trading, it's just limited in what they allow people to do.
Okay. Well, thanks for checking. I was just wanting to know if you knew right offhand, but thanks for taking a look at it.
Absolutely. All right. Any other questions anybody has before we wrap up and get out of here? All right. Looks like we're all set. Well, thank you everybody for coming out. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm gonna post a link in the Zoom replays. This one you won't be able to see on my YouTube without clicking on the link directly because I'm gonna make it private since this is between the group. But yeah, thank you guys for coming out, and I will see you on the internet. Take care.